Okay, what's up guys? It's Charlie with Mountain Man Digital, and today what I am going to attempt to do is show you how I can make a week's worth of content for my company in about 10 minutes. Alright, so I'm not going to explain too much more. I'm just gonna dive right into it. Alright, so I'm logged into the back end of my WordPress right now, and the first thing I'm going to do for this week is make a blog post. Okay? And I'm going to make this blog post, why you're taking too long to make content. Okay? And right here, I'm going to write a few different reasons. Okay, so the number one reason why I think that you guys are taking too long to make content is you're planning too much. Okay? I'll tell you how I planned for this video. I cleaned up my space a little bit, not even completely. I stood in front of my computer and thought about concepts that I hadn't talked to you guys about before. And then I was like, man, I should do like an acid test of the things that I talk about, how making content isn't that difficult, how making it really benefits your company, etc., etc. And so I decided I'll just show you guys how you can do it, okay? You just come up with an idea and you go for it, right? This might be 25 minutes long, and then we know that, okay? You're planning too much. You aren't talking directly to your customer. You are spending too much time on too many platforms. You don't do video. That's all I'm going to write. I'm going to write those 4 concepts. So you're planning too much. You aren't talking directly to your customer. You're spending too much time on too many platforms, and you aren't doing video, okay? And I'm going to go bottom up, okay? Video is so important because it takes up the most real estate when you post it, okay? Just very basic stuff, right? You have to see that thumbnail, so it takes up more space on a person's feed. They're more apt to click it. And it also gives you something that you can later have transposed into text, right? And then that becomes a blog post, okay? So for instance, with these ideas, right, once I get off the chatting box here with you guys, I can either write in what's here, or I can just get this video transposed, okay? I can just have a program do that for me. Spending too much time on too many platforms. Something you should do, and if you haven't done this already, like full stop on what you're doing for your business, okay? Figure out what your pillar platform is, okay? Where's the number one place where you are going to put the face of your business out as much as possible? For me, I have just kind of fallen into Facebook. It seems like I get a lot of response on this platform, so I keep making stuff. What the heck? And because of that, I just do Facebook, right? And I have a YouTube channel. I post videos there. I have a blog that gets a good amount of traffic, right? I have all these other things, but the only thing I think about doing is my next Facebook video. Everything else, I'm just like, yeah, I'll get to it, right? I'll put those up, you know. If I'm more motivated to make more content, then I'll think about a full cohesive plan, right? But if I'm just trying to make sure I get something done, I'm just making a Facebook video, okay? And that's a really good way to think about it. When you're running a business and you got all this other stuff going on, just make one thing, right? And then because all social media platforms want to have a bite of whatever you're putting out there, they will necessarily have some type of way for you to transpose that or change it or tweak it just so it fits their platform. And then you're spending way less time making content. You aren't making bespoke stuff for each platform, okay? Number 2, you aren't talking directly to your customer, okay? This is difficult, especially for me because I'm such a tech head, and it's hard for me to catch unless I'm on the phone, where I'll just talk about stuff and go right over people's heads, right? You just won't quite understand what I'm driving at, and that's something that I work on all the time. And it's really important that as you make more content, you make sure that it's actually resonating with your potential customer, You know, like something that I hear in probably about half of the sales calls that I take with all of you is, thank you so much for your videos. They've been so helpful. That tells me that this makes a lot of sense, right? Not yet, maybe once, but not yet really. I haven't had anybody be like, what are these videos, man? What are you trying to do? I don't get it, you know? Like, that's not something I'm hearing. So that's good, right? And you want to make sure that what you're making is resonating with your customer, okay? You also want to make sure you're not doing the same thing everybody else does, right? I could do the cleaned up background with the head-on video and talk to you guys like everybody else, and you'd probably scroll right past. So I try to do things a little different so that it's a little bit more interesting, right? You know, mountain man look, walking in the woods. It's all part of just being different, but still giving you guys really good information so that you're actually getting benefits to your business. So, how much time have I spent? Checking the timer here. I'm only at 5 minutes. Oh my God. And so you see there, I kind of just spitballed off of my own expertise as a business owner a few things that will be helpful to my potential customers, right? And you guys can do the same thing here, okay? So now, let's see, let's go ahead and see if we can go video to text composition. I'm using the wrong things. Yeah, convert audio and video to text, okay? And so if you really don't have any more time than just 10 minutes to make this, you can just spend $15 a week, right? Which is probably what you're spending on Starbucks anyway, to get these transposed right into blog posts, okay? You could also then probably spend another $5 on Fiverr having a native English speaker go through and clean it up so it looks like a nice blog post and write an intro paragraph. You know, so you're in for $20 for the week, let's say $100 for the month, and you have all your content made. Okay, you're putting a video on your primary platform, you have a blog post that you've made, and all you have to do now is just grab those links and share them throughout the week and be like, hey, I made this thing. Hey, look at this thing. Over here I have this thing. And now you're done. All right, guys? So I hope you found that helpful. I'm stoked that it only took me 7.5 minutes to do this. If you have any questions, you're wondering about how exactly to do this stuff, how to post it, everything else, comment down below and I'll show you exactly how. But just for making the content, it's made. We're done, folks. That's it. That's all she wrote. All right? If you want to learn more, if you want to have your business grow, please click the link down below to schedule a strategy session with me. This is a one-on-one phone call where I will go through how your business is getting marketed right now. We'll talk about what's working, what's not, and why. Then I'll fill you in with a ton of free information. I'm going to give you all the stuff that you need to help your business grow today without spending a single cent. These are things that you and your team can implement to get the needle moving forward. After that, if there's something in my paid world that I think might help you, I'll fill you in on what it is, the price, the terms, everything you need to know, and maybe we'll get started. So if you want to have a strategy session with me, that's a free call, 100% free. Go ahead and click the link down below, and I'll talk to you soon.